Hello, plannerets. Well, this is something different. So I thought I'd come on and do a live plan with me of my day in my A6 Align notebook. So we're going to do it scrappy. There is no plan. So you'll just see me plan my day as I go along. And so it's so exciting to hang out with you today. I wasn't actually going to go on screen. I was just going to have a shot of my desk. But, I thought I'd show up, make sure that we are connecting. And so whether you have had a beautiful week or had a tough week, let us hang out together. It is Saturday here in Sydney, Australia, 9:30 a.m. So good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, or good morning if you are in my neck of the woods. So if you are here in the live, make sure you say hi in the chat so keep me company. And of course, if you are watching this on replay, what? Marianne live on a Saturday or your Friday? Did you know? Here's a fun fact that I used to actually do my get ready or plan with me on a Saturday, and I think I would post it on a Saturday. So this is sort of a little bit nostalgic. This household is still a little bit asleep. They're doing their own stuff, so I've told them to be quiet because Mum is going to be videotaping. So make sure you do say hello in the chat. So I'm going to get started because I've been planning my day the night before, but I had a nice time off yesterday, watched a little bit of TV on the couch with my husband. So I left my planner at my desk and I didn't touch it. So you will see me plan. So the cover is a Hobonichi cover. And this is the original or A6 size in the black and white check. And then the inside is this lovely light aqua, I guess, lining. But what I do have inside are these Muji A6 lined notebooks. So they are actually lined, but there is very faint, I think you can see it very slightly. There is dotted line going up and down. So it's a really great because then it can help guide you, create your vertical lines. So I bought two. Now I do have another A6. Let me just quickly go Midori notebook, but these are a little bit pricier at I think $20 Australian dollars. And so it is a grid notebook like this. And I thought, you know what, if I'm going to be planning, and this works on a daily basis, and it's undated, and because there's not a lot of pages in it, I want to make sure it is something that's affordable. So I think this is $8.75 Australian dollars. Muji Australia, they are an international Japanese company, so do check out in your neck of the woods if you do have Muji nearby. So it's just a plain line, and I think it's 100 GSM, and I think it is fountain pen friendly because I think these are fountain pens. So I see someone in the chat. Hello, Steph, my good old planneret buddy. Plannerets assemble indeed. What a wonderful surprise. Big hugs to you and everyone watching, and a big hug to you too, Steph. I was just saying I wasn't going to go on screen. I had to change t-shirt because I quickly popped on the one that I had on my sweatshirt from the one yesterday. And for those who are in my Plan with Purpose online transformative group program, I didn't want to look like I slept in my clothes so quickly. So it does look unironed. But this is what Scrappy is all about. We're just going to do it. As I said, this live is not planned, but you'll see how I plan my day in a plain A6 lined notebook. And then, I don't have my things handy around me. So I will be planning as I go, just the way I would plan without anyone watching. But this time you get to watch. Steph, thank you so much. Well, you look radiant today. Rocket Queen. Yes, no makeup. I just did put a little lip balm. I gotta look good for you guys. If I'm bringing up the mood as well, I gotta look like I'm a little bit put together. All right, so let's get started. So the Friday the 20th, So today is the Saturday. So what I do with my A6 lined notebook is I divide the page in half. The reason for that, I don't know if you saw in last week's live stream, the way my mind works visually, I like things up and down rather than horizontal, because then it just looks like it's straight. I don't know how my brain works, but I like when things are all lined up in a column format. So I'm just using my Pilot mechanical pencil. So that's what that one is, H325. I think it's a different lead pencil inside. And I just got my ruler. So all I do is measure the width and then have a look where the halfway mark, and then use one of the grid lines, the dotted line, to divide it in half. And then that's it. So now I've got 4 columns in my 2-page spread. And then what I'm going to do, one of my members in the Plannerettes community, I think it might be Lee, who said that she's been loving planning again, and she has lots of stamps. And I went, you know what? I have a lot of stamps too, probably not as much as her. However, I bought them when I was in my stamping, frenzy. And then I hadn't touched them for a long while. So I thought I'd dig out my stamps. So this one is a cute little Polaroid bunting, or little frame bunting. And with the 3 little squares, it's just enough for the first letters of the days of the week for me to pop it in. So then I'll just pop this. This is Soramame VersaCraft little ink daubers. I couldn't find anything like this in the Amazon store, whether it's in the US Amazon store or in the Australian. I did get this from Washi Gang, an online stationery store here in Australia. And so I will link that later in the end, because I only decided 15 minutes before going live. So I don't have all the information in the description, but I will make sure. But it's Soramame VersaCraft ink daubers. Okay. Now, sometimes it is difficult. So if you are stamping, if your page is not flat, or if you have, lots of stickers behind it, or if you have a paper clip, remember, it may not stamp on as properly, but that's okay, because I think there was one here that I didn't stamp as well. And then all I did is I just got my black ink or pencil and just continue the line. So then no one will, oh no, I forgot to put the lid on. No one will know. So then, so it's little, and then your little space for your finger, so you can dab, 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 and really get into the finer detail of your stamp. So then if you wanted, maybe with these ink daubers, you can only color in red for the 1 square. So it's a really great opportunity for you to isolate your ink color on each stamp. So then that's what I do for the, to decorate the top of the page. And then I'll just grab one of my Pentel touch sign brush pen. So cute little tiny little brush. I'm not doing any brush lettering here. So what are we? Saturday, S-A-T. And then today's the 21st. So I do a nice big numbers for it to stand out. 21st of the 9th. Whoop. And then just create some little. Hello, Kristen. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. So this is just an impromptu live for me. I don't normally go on my Saturday here, but I hadn't planned my day. So I have been... Apart from today, I have been trying to plan my day the night before. So then when I do wake up, I have things ready. But majority of the time, my morning is do the same habits and routine. So there's the little heading for the day. And then I will get one of my, so I only have 4 of these .E marker. Can you see that? .e. And so one side of it has a square sponge, so which is a perfect size for your little check markers. And then the other side, which I don't use as at all, is a very, very fine tip, fine liner. So then I just, pick out of the four, whichever one I guess is the closest, or which one maybe will go nicely coordinating with the color of the heading. And so I just grab one of these. Now do be mindful, as you can see here, so these are the check marks from the other page, because this is a 100 GSM, I think it's 100 GSM weighted paper. Your pigmented markers or darker markers may ghost, that is, you can see faint color from on the other side of the page, or bleed through, so that is, the actual ink will seep through the paper. But I'm okay with that. As you can see here, once you start writing on it, you don't really, it's not a big deal. It's only a big deal really when there's nothing yet on the other side of the page. But as you can see, once, I don't see it, there it is. So you can see some ghosting there, but it's not obvious. But if you are one of those that don't like ghosting or bleed through of your markers on the other page, these pens are quite pigmented, and because you have no control of the ink coming through when you are pressing it on your paper, just note that. I normally have 120 GSM weighted paper on my other planner printables, but because of course this one, I have no control of what the weighted paper is. And so again, so you can see faint dotted lines that go up and down. So then I use that as a margin. So the first thing I write on my daily page are my meditation, mood log, journaling. I'm going to learn. I'm going to check my planner. I'm going to have my breakfast, and then I'm going to do my AM skincare, although I have already brushed and washed my face. Hello, Stephanie. Excellent. I love it. You and you guys are all very welcoming of each other. So now I'm going back. I was using a fountain pen. So this is a dupe of a Pilot Vanishing Point, but this is the Marjon A1 extra fine Pilot pen. So it has no cap, so it just retracts, and so it does have a nice fine writing. I think these ones are I can't even tell now. See, once you start writing, I don't know, but let me yeah, so I was using these. I think these ones are, but I'm going to move into the Pilot Frixion. Is it going to go? And yep, there we go, Pilot Clicker. But I think this one has a 0.5 refillable. Yeah, 0.5. The 0.7 is too thick for my liking, because I do have smaller size writing. When you have thicker nib of your pen and your writing is small, what happens is the lines all combine together and it looks blotchy. So I do like a 0.5 nib pen. And you know how I said it this last week was, depending on the it's not only depending on the nib of the pen you have, but it's also the barrel, the weight, the smoothness of the barrel, and your grip on it affects the way you write. Because I can do exactly the same penmanship, but it will look so different with a different pen. It has a different feel. So because I'm just planning as I go in my daily planner, and I'm not really as fussed on the penmanship or its neatness, this really has a nice smooth flow for me. So meditate, I'm going to log how I'm feeling this morning, and I'll explain exactly the reason why I do each of these routines and habits in my daily planner. I'm going to learn, I'm going to check my planner, and then I am going to have breakfast after live stream, and then I'm going to do my AM skincare. And of course, as a Pilot Frixion, if you make a mistake, and I think this is probably the reason why I am using this, is I then can erase any mistake. So if you didn't know, Pilot Frixion, the ink, technically you're not erasing it. You are, it's a heat sensitive ink. So then when you friction, the tip of the pen is rubberized, and so the friction while erasing it will make the ink vanish. So you're not erasing it. All it is you vanish with the heat, it vanishes. And guess what? If you actually put this in the fridge, all erased ink will show back up. So it's like if you ever did the back in, I think it was in the 1990s, the hyper sensitive or hyper color t-shirt that if you put your handprint, who had one of those? Let me know. I never had one of those because it was very expensive. So then there were companies that made dupe t-shirts where it's actually just the print of a hand. It wasn't a hyper color t-shirt, but it looked like it's one of those. So I think I bought one of those, but yeah, it was very expensive. You have got to see this. Hello, hello, nice to see you. Please let me know your first name if you would love to share. Hello, 4:45 p.m. Friday. Whoop whoop. So go into your Friday. It's Saturday morning here in Sydney, Australia. Steph says, I didn't know the Frixion pens did that. Yes, so Frixion, it's a hypersensitive ink, so very, very technologically advanced. So you have the pen, the gel pen. You have fine liners as well. So the Frixion fine liner. This video is not sponsored. However, I did partner up with Pilot Frixion, Pilot Pen Australia. And so I did receive these products as part of a brand partnership. And so there's the fine liner. What else do they have? They also have the Pilot highlighter. So then the highlighter, and then at the top, bottom here, you've got the rubberized. I'm just going to let that dry a little bit, because then if it, it'll all erase still, but if it's still wet, then you're spreading the ink. And what else do they have? I think they have some other ones. Highlighter, the marker. So the Frixion color markers. So this is great if you're doing some artwork, and then, it's not supposed to be an R, it's supposed to be a B. All right. So any of the rubberized tips of the Frixion can erase any of the highlight marker or the fine liner. Okay. And then this one. So if you, one of the things that stops you is being a perfectionist, and then you don't want to mess up your page, well, you can with having these Pilot Frixion ones. Okay, so it is available. I've got it in my Amazon US storefront as well. If you are in Australia, you can check them out also there, and they are in different retailers. So what do we think? So yeah, so there. All right. So meditation, what I do in the morning. Let me just get my phone, and I'm going to, make the screen not as messy. Okay. So what I have, I grab this grab this little screen thing. One of the threads account had it. So what I do in the morning is, let me just make sure I don't show anything that I shouldn't be showing. Okay, so I use a Headspace app, and then this is good because then it has guided meditation. So I start with 1 minute of deep breathing, because of course deep breathing, what it does is it slows down the heart rate. It tells the nervous system that, hey, everything is good, everything is calm, there is nothing to worry about. Okay, so even if you can just do 1 minute deep breathing throughout the day when you're feeling yourself overwhelmed or anxious, it's a start. It's signaling to your brain there is nothing to fear, there is no danger. Slow down your heart rate. So if ever you feel that lump in your throat, that chest, that heavy feeling in your chest, just slow down your heart rate, and it'll just say, okay, what's going on? Okay. And then the other things on this Headspace app is some nice little, the wake up, little different things that talk to you about, life and how things change. And then there's a guided meditation, and you can put whatever, however many minutes. So I normally do only 5 to 6. I started off with doing 10 to 16 minutes, but I hadn't practiced meditation enough back then that I would get so distracted, and then I'd get bored. And then, when you don't like something, you're less likely to do it again. So then I just do 5 to 6 minutes. So the reason I do meditation and deep breathing is because I do get quite anxious. Especially I started doing it when my older son started to walk to school on his own, and of course all these things go through your mind. There's a four-lane road near us, and then I'm just going, and I could hear, if he walks out the door, I'll be able to hear the cars driving fast, quick, and just, these thoughts go into your head. And so I needed something to help me, focus on something else. And meditation has been helping, because it's a practice of, if you do get any thoughts in your head or you're anxious, you acknowledge it. And the practice is letting it go, because you don't want that stuck in your head, because it's just, you're going to carry that anxiety throughout the day. Because it was so difficult as a mum for me, just all these intrusive thoughts about the things that could go wrong would go in my head, and I would feel so sick inside. So that is why I started meditation, and it's something that I do, if not every day, regularly. Hello, Melanie. Oh my goodness, everyone. Hello. I watched Melanie, Mel, this morning. She went on her channel. So she helps content creators with marketing. So if you are a content creator, go check out her YouTube channel. And one of the things she talked about was just getting scrappy. Just do it. Don't have everything perfect. Don't have lighting perfect. Like I said earlier, my t-shirt is an iron. I don't have makeup on, but I needed to show my face, because I know one of you out there needed to see me, because if you've had a hard day, it's important to have that connection. And so great to catch you live. Love what you're doing. Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you being here. So she had said pretty much, look, just go on scrappy. Things don't have to be perfect, because I had said in her comment was, okay, do I not go on because things aren't perfect, or do I go on and what the message that I'm sending today might be helpful to someone? So then that got me thinking. I went, let's just go on, no planning, just take a photo for thumbnail. So thank you so much, Mel. Thank you for being here. So, and then the next thing that I do is log my mood. So while I'm doing this, I actually might do some other ones, so you're not looking at a blank page. So the things that I do is log my mood in the morning, because again, that is I think I got this from Mel Robbins' 5-minute journaling, where logging your mood, you acknowledge how you're feeling, right? So you go, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? And then that way you go, of course I'm feeling angry. Of course I'm feeling sad. Of course I'm feeling frustrated because this happened. Someone said this, right? You need to acknowledge it, because then if you don't, then all you're doing is burying it. And we know with things, if we don't manage our emotions well, they're just going to come up again and again and again. So I acknowledge my mood. How are you feeling? I'm feeling crappy today. Why? Because this happened. Okay, what is it that you can do to make yourself feel better? Or what if you are having a good day, what else can you do today to keep that momentum going? So logging your mood or acknowledging your mood helps you plan a lot better for the day. So you are not reacting to your moods and snap at your husband, snap at your children, and then they didn't do anything wrong, and yet because you didn't acknowledge your mood. So logging your mood in the morning is a really helpful way to plan. Okay, I'm feeling really bad today because of this. What is it that I can do to make myself feel better? Might be, you know what, Marianne, You might have gotten some bad news, and so do not put too much on your plate. Okay, be kind to yourself. Don't try and do everything just to get through the day. Be kind to yourself, give yourself some compassion, and make sure you are putting some self-care in your day. So then that way, it's a lot easier for you to respond to how you're feeling rather than snapping. And then, of course, snapping, you'll get angry, and then someone else will get angry at you. And then, of course, your whole day goes black, right? So that is a reason why I log my mood. So let me just show you. I either log my mood in my well-being planner. So I haven't been doing it on here because I've been using my daily page. So just be one or two lines. It doesn't have to be an epic essay, right? I feel itchy this morning because something bad at work happened. Today, I will make sure that I take my lunch break without any disruptions. Today, I'm going to go for a walk to just make sure I'm putting some self-care for me. All right. So then, if nothing else gets done apart from that thing you planned earlier in the day, that is a win. That is an accomplishment. Just make sure it's not falling. But what I've been doing in my mood log is I've just been writing it out in my daily page. So however long it is, so I'll write it and then I'll put a frame. So that's a mood log. That's a mood log. So as you can see, I've been playing around with different frames here, making it look like a notebook, making it look like it's a torn page from a notebook. What else? So that's a mood log. That's a mood log. So see, that's a mood log. I think that's when I started. Yes, the 16th. That's when I started. So some are just I took the whole column and then I just used different frames. And then that in itself, you putting the frame around your mood log is a great way of mindfulness, because then you have to concentrate, get your ruler, get your marker, do the lines. It's a great form of mindfulness. And remember, mindfulness again is being present in the moment and not worrying about the past or the future. Facts. Good surprise to end the week with your live stream. It is helpful. That's why my face is on here, just for, because I saw that Steph. Mel said, "Well, you look amazing, and the help you're providing is what's important. Love that custom layout." Oh, thank you. Yes. So I've got either this one, and then I've got this one, and then I've just got the desk. I'm just playing around. Yes. I've got my stream deck with me. Thank you. Melanie says, thanks for the inspiration. Yes, see how good it is to be. This is one of the things I talk about, and the community, and making sure you surround yourself with like-minded people that lift you up, or pull you up and inspire you, because it has a knock-on effect. It's like that little domino. So the other way happens as well. If you hang around people who may be negative, who may be gossiping, who may be bringing you down and bringing your mood, that's not good. So you can say goodbye to those people and hang out with the people that lift you up, lift your spirit up. And Pamela says, feeding the birds and cats and much prayer. Hello, Pamela. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining the Plannerettes community. It does sound very calming. Hope you have a great day. Okay, so then the journaling. Again, the journaling is an extension of how you're feeling. You can journal and write down what you're grateful for. You can journal about what your plan is for the day. You can journal about anything. If you have nothing to say, I don't know about you, when I was in my teens, I had my dear diary, and I was like, dear diary, today that boy at school smiled at me, or dear diary, the guy I like at school doesn't like me back, right? The reason for journaling is it's a good way to get your thoughts and feelings out of your head, because when it's stuck in your head, what happens? it just goes bounces from one side to the other, and then it's like a snowball. So if you are having a bad day and you're thinking about that, I should have said this, I should have said that, then you're going to start thinking of all the other negative things that might have happened, or you're going to start worrying. But putting something down on paper allows you to see it. You are removing and you are creating that space around you, and then you're able to be able to see it a lot clearer. And then you are now a little bit more rational because you've removed yourself from it. What's that saying that I say is you can't read the label of a bottle from the inside. So there are two things that I use to journal. So this is another Hobonichi cover, and so and then the plastic is cover on cover, and inside I have my Midori A6 grid notebook. So that's what it looks like plain. And then I think I started this in 1st of July. And I think, I'm not sure which account, but they were just doing, instead of filling out the whole page with the journal, they did leave that space. So not a lot of pressure for you to try and write, fill in the whole page. And again, I think I like this because it helps with my visually seeing things in columns. So I know if I write in big chunks, sometimes it doesn't it just looks messy in my mind. Okay, even though I know it's not. Again, that's our brain playing tricks on us and saying that, hey, it should be this rather than that. So this is and then I'll just log how I'm okay. I can do this. Get my vision in place. So it's like my little pep talk to myself, or a little friend that says, hey, it's okay if you're feeling a little bit crappy today. What is it that you can do to make yourself feel better? But remember that win, right? So it's think of it as your own friend, okay? And just be rational about, it's okay. You don't have to do anything today if you don't want to. But if you do, just do this. So this, I've been doing this, if not every day, again, as regularly as I can. Now, this little label is Make ID label maker. So it's in this fashion of a little typewriter, and so you just turn it on. There is an app that you can download with it, and you can create different different labels. And so I use it to label my tabs. See, can you see? So there's different fonts in there, and you can get clear tape, white tape. All of these information, if you are interested, I will pop in the description once I finish, because again, an impromptu live. And then one of these buttons here is the date. Let me just make sure that the label is correct. Okay, and then if you press it and of course you program it, make sure it's in your, see? And then it prints these dates for me on, and I use a clear label. Now I think I have a this is the second device that I have dropped on the floor. I'm not normally clumsy, but I don't know what it is with labels, and little device like this. I dropped it on the floor, and I don't know the cutting functionality. So it should. So this is not a thing on the machine. This is a Marianne thing. I dropped it, but when you press this little lever here, it'll cut right there. It'll cut the tape for you. That's if you don't drop it like I do. Okay, so then I print 2 labels, and then I just get my scissors, because remember, I don't have the cutting functionality of my label maker because I wasn't very careful with my labels. And then it prints these little labels. So here in Australia, it's a day, month, year when we do our dates, but you can customize it. So then it's, if you're the way you read labels is month, day, year, you can customize it in the app. So I put one. So I'm going to put one here, which means I got to go and do a journal a little bit later after the live stream. So then I put that there, and then I will pick, I use Kina print stickers. This is a Filofax Malden Pocket, and then I bought these as digital stickers from Kina Prints. Again, bear with me. I'll pop all the details once we finish live. And then I printed it, and I used my silhouette cutting machine to what's called kiss cut. So kiss cut is just cutting the sticker and not the backing, so then you can peel it off. And then I'll just pick whatever sticker that I have that fits the mood. So maybe I might have, and I have, as you can see here, I have it labeled here, my plan, budget, and home stickers that says self-care. These label, I think, was made using my Dymo letter tag. So how about, do I have anything that will, maybe I'll do this one. I do have a film one, but I'm going to put click as in I went live today. So I will just do that. And then I use this one is the Kawaii Collection Sport Limited Edition. I think this is sage color. And I do like the extra fine nib. Oh no, this one is fine. Is this a fine? Oh, I can't tell. No, this is extra fine nib. And then the ink, I think I used an ink from something else. So see, I do a Frankenstein of plannings. Is that what that I don't know what the name is, where you just amalgamate everything together with no rhyme or reason. Just put everything. So that's in my journaling. So again, journaling in the morning, if you find yourself leading into day full of anxiety, you are overwhelmed, journaling might be a thing for you. Now, you do not have to have a whole page. You can have just 1 to 2 lines. Don't give yourself a new habit or a new routine that's going to be difficult for you. Make it as easy as possible, so then that way you are not creating any friction, which means, you're not putting too many things in the way for you to do the actual thing. So journaling is just a great way for you to have a nice little pep talk, a little support from yourself, just the same way, bear with me, just the same way you would talk to a friend of yours. You need to have that same grace, that same self-compassion, that same forgiveness for yourself. I'm 49, and it's only taken me the last couple of years to start. I'm not as nice to myself as I should. Start doing this for myself, because it is a lot easier for us to be nice to others, right? Because sometimes it's the social norm. You can't really, although there are some people out there that, just say whatever they need to say without thinking of the consequence, because we've been taught to be nice to others. But there's been a lot of time has passed that we haven't been taught to be nice to ourselves. Because when we're sad, when we're crying, when we're frustrated, we're told, oh no, don't you dare show that in the workplace, or come on, toughen up, wipe those tears, let's get back into it, put your big girl undies on, right? But why are we not doing it for ourselves? So it's high time that we do, and we show the same compassion. Now, I'll tell you, my husband's on the couch, is probably going, Marianne, why don't you give yourself the same advice? We don't. The thing here is not to be perfect. We're not going to get it right each and every day. And yes, because life is full of ups and downs, and life gets thrown at you, and you're going to get pummeled. It's like, but it's about resilience and being able to bounce back. And journaling is one of the easiest way for you to show yourself some love and compassion. And don't think of it just as an afterthought, or don't think of it only when you are feeling vulnerable, or you're feeling sad, or you're feeling overwhelmed. The more you do it, when you're not it's so much easier to do it when you are feeling a little bit more stressed out. Okay, can you do that for me? Can you promise to me that you are going to be nice to yourself? Okay, I'll be there to be nice to you too, but more so, I'm not there with you every day. Okay, so you need to be there for yourself just the same way that you are there for your friend. Would you ever say the things that you say to yourself to a friend of yours? No, because that's not nice, is it? Frankenplan. Thank you, Pamela. Yes, yes, that's the one. Frankenplan, where we just put everything together. And Pamela says, I do agree. You are so right. So important. All right. So then the next one. And the other journaling. Oh, I think I'm doing this more so because I want to just write very, very small in my planner. So this one is the Hobonichi cover in the A5 size. So it's a nice lilac color. And then it's got the cover on cover so then it doesn't get. So I bought all these covers back in November last year thinking I was going to be in Hobonichi planners all of 2024. And I think I went, no, I can't do it because it just feels like I can't be boxed into dated planners, and I like to change things up. Hey, if you've been with me long enough, you know I like to change things up. So in this one, I just bought, I think this is only a $5 lined notebook here in Kmart, Australia. So there's no grid on here. It's just lined. Very, very, and then it's got a nice cover though inside, but I used my cover on cover. And so what I've been doing is I've been journaling longer passages. So this one is like a full like story, and I've just gone, how I feel, why I feel that way. Some of it I might have prompts, if I'm feeling a little bit down, why is it that I'm feeling down? And then I just so let me just do a quick flip through, and then I use different colored gel pens, and then I have these masking stickers. So they can't, I think of these are I bought these in Amazon Australia, but I do have a link similar to the Amazon storefront, and it's just each booklet has 50 of these little different pictures. How cute is that? Okay, and then it has it's a masking. Let me do this one. It's a masking sticker. So I just popped that. This is a washi tape holder. Again, I couldn't find anything similar in the Amazon stores, but I did buy that from Daiso. So if you do have a Daiso near you, and where is that other? Okay, so see, sometimes I think this is why I hesitate to go on live if I'm not planning, because my head is all over the place, but this is what my planning is. And I want to show you that planning sometimes isn't planned. planning isn't planned. Okay, so I'll put my date, and then so this is a masking sticker, and so it has a if you can think of masking tapes, so they're a little bit more they're not opaque stickers, there's a little bit of transparency. Can you see that? I'll put it on the page so then you can see. And then I just use the side of it to line it up on the edge of my, and then just peel the backing. And then there, oops. I feel a little bit of a crease. I have no nails. I've been letting my nail bed have a rest from all the that's better, all the nail polish. And so then I'll just start my journaling this way. And what I've found is when I'm happy, when I'm not overwhelmed, my journal is a lot shorter because I just get on with my day. However, when I am feeling overwhelmed, it is a lot longer. And it's just a little bit more of a talk to myself that, hey, Marianne, remember, you've done a great job. Remember that day when you did this and you did really well? This is just a blip your day. It's not a forever thing. So if you are having a difficult time and you sort of go, how do I process these thoughts of mine? Get it down on paper and then have fun with it by, using your colorful pen. So these are the Keiko Pure 2.0, again in my Amazon storefront. I'll watch back this whole live stream, and then if I mention anything in particular, I'll pop it in the description. Okay, so make sure you come back, or there is the link already in my description for the Amazon store. So I found when I am a little bit more vulnerable, when I am feeling a little bit down, when I am feeling a little bit lost, my journaling. So it's really like as if a friend of mine came to me and said, "Hey, Marianne, I'm really down at the moment." And then I go, "Why? What happened?" So you write that down. What happened? Why did it happen? Okay. And then, but how are you feeling? If you're feeling like, I feel crap. I don't think I can do this. I don't even know why I'm, trying, because I've failed in the past. And then you go, well, is it true? Are you really not that good? And then you go, well, no, I am good. Then you write that down. You write down the wins. You write down what you're grateful for. Okay, I understand you feel that way. So what is it that you can do today to make yourself feel better? Okay, I'm just going to do one thing. I'm only going to focus on one thing. I'm going to go out for my walk. Okay, so this is a great way. Journaling, yes, that may take a little bit of time, 20 minutes, right? So the longer passages, it takes me about 20 minutes, but I have created the time for it. I have put and implemented in my day to make that time. I don't get to do it all the time. As you can see here, yesterday, I didn't get to journal, and that's okay because I had other priorities. But what I said with one of my live streams regarding taking breaks, and a lot of those who are polled on my Instagram page is, do you, schedule in breaks? And then one of the uh, options was, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy. But it is when you are the busiest that you should put in more breaks, because you are going to run yourself tired, just the same way that if you are a car, you need to put gas in the tank, right? You can't drive miles and miles and miles and miles and not put petrol or gas in the tank. It's the same way for you. The busier you are, the more breaks you should take. So with journaling, right, or if you're feeling overwhelmed, the more me time, the more self-care time. Because if you try and work through, not only are you going to burn yourself out, and then things can get worse. If you're at work, you might, drop the ball on a project. You might say something bad to a colleague. You're not in the right frame of mind. So just make sure that you are looking after yourself, and do not think about planning or your journaling as a task. This is your fuel. Just the same way you need to have water, food, sustenance, sleeping, the same way when it comes to your self-care. Elle, hello, Elle. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Yes, it is a surprise. Yes, surprise live. Okay, so make sure you are taking time for yourself. Okay, so the other thing that I do is then I do my learning, because you need to have key areas of focus. For me, I focus on 7 key areas based on Zig Ziglar's Wheel of Life. Spirituality. So for me, my spirituality habit is meditating. Physical, so putting some movement into your day. Mental, reading, whether it's self-care, self-help books, or nice fiction, rom-com books, whatever it is, right? And then family. So what is it, that you're doing for your family, your career, or your side hustle or business, your finance, and connection. connection is so important. That's why I love going on my lives and seeing all your lovely names and lovely little icons in the corner there to show, because you showing up for yourself puts you in a better place to be there for someone else. You helping someone else not only, of course, helps them, but it helps boost you, because we are social beings, right? We seek approval, we seek all these things. That's why it's so hard to be judged, and and for you to think that, oh, are they talking behind my back? Because we're social beings, we need to feel needed and wanted. Okay, so all you got to do is, if you're hanging around those people that are negative, bye. Is it bye, Felicia? I don't need you in my life, because I've already got enough stress. I don't need to have any more stress on myself. And then, so the check planner. Okay, so I like to check my planner to see, okay, let me just zoom out a little bit. What tasks from the day before do I need to complete, or do I need to cross off or move maybe to another day or another week? So then I will go through each one. So did I do my learning yesterday? No, I didn't do learning. And it's okay to cross things off your list. You don't have to have just because you put it down on your list doesn't mean you have to have it all done. It's just a matter of, well, you know what? It wasn't a priority that day, because I had the journal and the learning I didn't get to do because I had my class on at 10 a.m. And so, you have to weigh which one is it. But what's important is, if you have put something in your planner that you have said is a priority, you need to go, do I keep moving that day in, day out, and not actually actioning it? Because what you want to do is, you don't want to neglect it too many times that will impact the rest of your other areas of your life. So if you're working so much, you've got a big project at work, and you haven't had time to catch up with friends, haven't had time to have meals with your family, then you start to go, the reason why you check is like, you know what? I haven't caught up with a friend for a while. Maybe I will. Let me schedule that in. Okay, so it just gives you an opportunity to review. So checking your planner, whether it's the day before or your last week or the month, gives you an opportunity to reset, right? Pivot. I've said this in my classes, is, the friends with Ross. Pivot, right? You pivot. Trying to get a big couch through a small, narrow staircase is just taking one tiny little changes at a time. Okay, you don't have to make big changes, but it's a great way for you to go, what area of my life have I been neglecting for far too long? I may have to go and put that as a top priority in the new week, in the new day. All good reminders. Hello, Create Scrapbooks. Thank you so much for seeing me. Nice to see you. Okay, so really, really important. All right, so pivot. All right, so check the planner. So what is this one? Oh, I've got a few things. I think this is for my class. And then another great thing that I've been doing is, because it is a column, this A-line page is free. There is no, there's no guidelines, there's no rules. Is I can go and put whatever sticker I want. Let me see if I can do this and reach back. I don't fall off my chair. I'm going to fall off my chair. Okay. That was difficult. I get to go and dig out all the Happy Planner stickers that I have again purchased, because I'm one of these that have to have everything or as much as things. So I've got Carpe Diem stickers. I have what do you call this, Happy Planner sticker pads. And so then I get to go and have a look and see, ooh, what stickers can I start adding into my free planning notebook. And so then I put these stickers here. Okay, so as you can see, stamps, right? Stickers. Oops, wrong way. Stickers. Create little frames or notebooks around notes to differentiate it from your other checklist. I'm just making sure it focuses. Here, if you want to highlight a particular appointment or task, you get to use your highlighters and your markers. More stickers, using your markers to create your own little stickers. Now, here's the thing that I do. Oh, I didn't get to do that one. I didn't get to write my weekly newsletter. I may have to do that. But when you are checking your planner to save you from having to check each and every page, here is a little thing that I do. Okay, so this is the Hobonichi basic stencil, and it's got all these different shapes and numbers and everything. So what I do is, let's say, okay, all right, so I'm going back and, all right, I didn't do that, and didn't do that. So I'll have to go and put that on a to-do list for the new week. But let's say here, okay, I checked everything, crossed off the ones I didn't do, and then the ones that I did, use my pen and made a marking. Here's a little tip. I wish I remember who I saw this from a long time ago. I think she's a bullet journaler, but she makes a marking on the page, whether it's a dot or here I use, a good excuse to use your stencil. So there's the star. So I put a little star, or you can put a little dot on the page, right, like that, to say, I've checked that page. I don't need to check that page again. So it's a little marking for yourself to go, nope, don't need to see what, I may have missed, or anything that I need to carry over the next day. Nope, that's fine. That's fine there. So then when I am reviewing how my week went, all I got to do is, okay, I need to see if I need to cross these off or migrate it to the new day or the new week. Here, I can't make a marking there yet because I haven't done my weekly newsletter. There's some there. But here, okay, I don't need to check that page. I don't need to check that page. I don't need to check that page. There's a couple of things that I need to do here. I don't need to check that page. So as part of your plan, do review, when you're reviewing how your week went, how your day went, make little markings that will make sense to you on your page, somewhere you can quickly have a look, whether it's in the middle or in the corner. I put here in the middle so then I know that both things on each column has been checked off. So that one's my to-do list, so I haven't done that. But see how very quickly I know that I don't need to check these pages, because whatever task or to-dos that I have written on there, I don't need to review or carry over. So is that something that you do? Let me know in the chat. Or, of course, if you are watching on replay, hello. Make sure you say hello in the comments section as well. So just make sure. Steph says, quite a few here. Elle says, I've been neglecting the seasonal transition things that I need to do. I just really dislike leaving summer. So here we are in our spring season. So don't neglect the seasonal transitions, and make sure you just make time for it, even if it's just one thing or another. I think this week the weather changed suddenly. What about for you, Stephanie? Oh, yes, you guys are having heat waves. For us here in Sydney, Australia, it was warm, 27, 28 degrees Celsius, and then it got cold again. So I can't put away my jumpers and jackets yet. Really warm here in Cali. Wonderful. See, even here, as I talk to you in the live stream, you can catch up with the plannerettes in the chat, so you guys can see how it is for you. And then it's a great way for you to go, hey, I'm not feeling alone. It's not, I'm not the only one feeling this way. My messages. Oh, I haven't deleted anything. If you I don't know if you mean messages here, but yeah, okay. So a great way for you guys to catch up as well, because you're in the same neck of the woods, so you have the same feelings, whether it comes with the holidays or the seasons. So always make sure, what have I got in my planner that will make sure I am connecting with loved ones, connecting with like-minded people. All right. So then there's the workout, another stamp. So this one, I think, again, a lot of these that I had bought in 2017, 2018, I don't know where I got it from. So this one is a workout, and so that's the one I use there. Okay, so then that way. All right, and then this is a BGM clear stamp little storage. So it has these plastic sleeves. So these are the BGM. These are the ones that's specifically made for. This one is a movies and reading. So I have so many that I bought and then don't even use. Little flora stuff, and then at the back it's got this little pocket that you can put your stamp block in, and then I have that just nearby. So the A6 plain lined notebooks allows me to create whatever spread that I like. Yes, it may be a lot more work in creating these, but again, I don't see it as work. I see it as part of my self-care. I see it as part of my slowing down. I see it as part of my mindfulness, focusing on the task at hand. So if you feel like, what a waste of time, right? This may not be the way you plan. That's okay. You might plan digitally on your Google calendar, on your apps. That's fantastic too. That way is as good as planning on paper. Whatever fits in your lifestyle, do that. Okay. For me, I find that it brings me joy playing with my planners, stickers, washi tapes, and markers. It's something that's come from my childhood. Back when I was in my, tweens, we couldn't afford to buy all the pretty stickers and, those erasers or rubbers that have the nice, beautiful scent. I remember walking up and down the aisle of stationery stores back in the Philippines with these beautiful Japanese stationery and just admiring from afar, because it wasn't part of, my parents' budget, and it's so expensive. So now, as a grown adult, I have the opportunity to buy stickers. I think one of my members in my Plannerettes community, she didn't think that she could, play with stickers because she thought she was too old for that. And to have found my page on Facebook and now follow me in my Plannerettes community, it gives her the permission to be able to enjoy the things that bring her joy. And that's why it's important to hang out with your, fellow plannerettes and fellow. So I have in the actual link, if you want to join my plannerettes community, you can do so. It is free. There isn't, you don't have to pay anything. Let me see if I can add this to the stage. And so in there, I have, Mindful Mondays. So if you're feeling like you're feeling overwhelmed, just, daily reminders. We have Wednesday wins, making sure that, you're looking out for the wins of the day, because wins of the day, it's important to note them, because the more you spot positive things, celebrate the little wins, then the more you can go and feel good about yourself. Fun Fridays, little prompts like yesterday. I didn't touch my planner, and I slept in a little bit, because that was the Fun Friday thing, is planner relaxing morning routine. Do not think that taking time for yourself is selfish. No, no, no. It's important, because if you're not functioning, then you are no good to anybody else. You're no good to your workplace, for your family. So please go have a look in the description. Let me see if I can pop it actually in the chat. Will it let me do this? I have to get my let me see. Woo, stickers and stamps. Exactly. Stickers and stamps. Okay, so there's the link in the chat now. And so, but yeah, so really important that you find like minded people that share the same things that you do. So, that is why I think this is working for me at the moment. This is not going to be forever because, I am a visual person. I get distracted by shiny new things, new things. However, I am trying to stay away from buying the new planners that are coming out for 2025, only because I know last year I did that. I bought everything. I bought the A6, I bought the A5, I bought different covers, and I'm able to, use them with other planners. But just be mindful. The first thing you need to do before you buy any planner is, are you looking after yourself? Because your planner is not going to help you if you are not practicing putting time in for yourself. Okay, because what's going to happen is you're going to plan, you're going to embellish your pages, you're going to put all your tasks and to-do lists, and then, but if you're not looking after yourself, you're just going to feel pressured to go and, plan and then not action it. So if it's only one thing that you can add today in your planner, do that one thing. Start for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 minute deep breathing, reading for 5 minutes, right? Going for a walk just around your block, having a nice mindful meal where you're not looking at your phone while you're eating. Put something for yourself. Okay, so let me quickly have a look. So I already did my skincare routine because I made sure that I, didn't have sleep in my eyes coming on. So I'm going to use my Hobonichi basic stencil, and I'm going to just mark that. Okay. And then of course, maybe let's have a look. I'll just show you some other things that I would do. So just get this one is the zebra mild liner highlighters. One end is chiseled, the other end is a fine tip, because I know not everyone knows it's double air sided. For a long while when I bought these, I didn't know that they were double sided, because you wouldn't know, because look, the lid of that doesn't look like it comes off, but yes, it does. So what you can do is just go and highlight every second line. Okay, so if you go, what else can I do to go and embellish my page? You don't even have to use rulers. It doesn't have to be nice and straight. Okay, you can make the end look like it's a torn page. If you've got Tombow, I've got all the markers, because I think I used shopping as a form of therapy. It was my I think that's the thing. I think the reason why I'm not buying as much stationery. Oh, okay, no, strike that. I did. I did buy. I did buy stationery. um, okay. Normally, in the past, I would buy stationery, or I'll buy all of the different colors or everything on the range as a way to, bury my feelings. But I think now I'm buying stationery as a form of self care rather than to heal. So that was, yeah, because I was just going, I don't buy as much stationery, yet I have stationery here that I wanted to show you. All right, okay. Why isn't my camera? Okay, here we go. Let me show you. All right. So the other day, make sure I do have shorts on. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I thought I'd show you anyway. But Daiso here in Australia, I had seen. So these are the English spiral notebook. 15. I'm presuming 15. But see these lines here? Ha ha ha. Yeah. See these lines? So of course the 4 lines help you write your letters, and then the tails, and then the whatever they call it. Stephanie will help me with what they call. But the reason I had been looking for this, I saw this originally, and then the place I normally have sold out. but this reminds me so much of the notebooks that I had back in the Philippines. And it just brings such happy memories of, practicing your lettering. And so when I found this at another Daiso store, I had to get two. Right. So I don't know what I'm going to do in it. I probably will use pencil and just maybe practice my cursive writing or my script writing and just do it that way. So I bought two of these. I don't know yet what I'm going to use them for. I also saw another A6 lined notebook. So this one, it has these little things at the bottom. So then if you did want to create vertical lines, that's a nice guide. So this is a spiral A6 notebook. I bought two of them. And so I have this other, I see, another Hobonichi cover from last year. And so only one fits in there because the spiral, I couldn't fit two in the cover because it won't close. See, the spirals get in the way, unlike this one where the you can close it nice and easy. So I don't know what I'm going to use this one for, but I just thought I'd buy it. So then if again they don't sell it anymore, I'm not going to get upset. And then I bought these little tabs. So index sticky notes. This is a reason why I need to declutter my house, because I have probably 3 of these unopened somewhere in my flat, somewhere in my apartment. I can't find them. So maybe a good sign for me to declutter. So I bought these. So these are really just nice to have if you have a task on your page that you want to just highlight or you want to use it as a tab. Okay, so then that just peels off and then you can pop it on the side. So if you can find these somewhere near you, if you have a Daiso near you, and then, whoops, let me move that. Okay, so then it's got a nice little tab and I like the muted colors. So then what else? I bought more sticky arrow flags. Now, yes, I probably don't need this. Yes, I probably don't. But hey, here's my little excuse is I rarely drink anymore. I used to drink a lot in my 20s and even in my 30s. And now I actually don't drink. Even when we go out, I don't drink as much. I probably will just drink a glass of something. So it's my little vice. Okay, please allow me to have some sort of joy, some sort of vice, and it's my stationery. So, but again, I don't know what I'll use this for. So this one is film sticky notes. There's 60 pieces in there. Sometimes I think I just buy, these sticky notes as decoration. I probably don't use it as much, but let's see what I can use it for. Let's have a look. Let's take one of these. Oh, it's not paper. It's a plasticky. All right, so maybe you can highlight a certain, one part of your whatchamacallit, one part of your page. So let's see. Just nicer on the eyes. I love pastels. Yes, great colors. Daiso made me do it. Yes, Daiso made you do it, not Marianne. Okay, so this is traveler's notebook, like a, what do you call it? Sticker release. I don't know the real names of these, but you can put stickers, and because it sort of like has a shiny film on it, when you put stickers down, you can remove and replace them. So then what we can do is maybe get one of these cute little flower ones, and then have it like that. So you can have it like a, see, I found a use for it. Mom, I found a use for these, for the stickers. All right, so then I can write whatever I want on there. Maybe I'll do a declutter. So you might go, we did all of that? for just that one column. You went on live, Marianne, for that. Now, the reason why I did is I wanted to explain to you as well my morning routine. So then the other ones, I guess, right? That's my mood log there. Highlight. Oh, these ones are what I'm grateful for, because I was let me have a look. Because I had my class on yesterday, I had to make sure that I focused on that, get, all my presentations done, have a run through of my lesson. And so I needed to be focused, which meant I needed to also have breaks. So with my breaks, my micro breaks, 1 minute deep breathing, gratitude log, and get up and stretch. I actually, and here, so this is on the 19th. So I put it there and then I put it there because I needed to make sure, or else I would have just worked through, not taken any breaks. Then I would have been fatigued. Then I would have been overwhelmed because nothing's going through my head. Nothing's working. So I needed to make sure I wrote down my micro breaks. So remember, the busier you are, the more breaks you need to put in. So then what I did is, in this A6 undated planner, I can write whatever I want, right? So I am grateful for Edward's cooking. I'm so lucky. I'm grateful to have access to the information I need for my course. I don't have to buy. Back when I was 18, I actually bought encyclopedias that cost $75 per month payment, that made me go into debt. I bought it myself because I wanted to have all the encyclopedia. So this is showing you young kids, if there are young kids, watching. Yes, back in the day, for us to learn, we had to buy an encyclopedia. And I thought, a salesman came to our door, and I went, Mom, I'll do it. I had a Thursday night job and a weekend job. And then, $75 a month, I can pay that. And of course, as a teenager, I didn't pay it. Went to collections, and then a legal thing, was, I had to go to court, right? Because the collection agency. So at 19, 20, I had to go to court. And then I went there, and then the lady at the front desk goes, can you just pay $10 a month? I said, yeah, I can do that. Just pay that. Just make a payment plan and so I didn't have to go to court, and I just paid $10 a month or more. But that's how I got myself into debt way back then, because so encyclopedias. So that's where I don't even know why I went. Remind me, why did I go to yes, Encyclopedia Britannica. Why did I tell that story? See, the brain fog, and because I have to have breakfast soon. Oh yes, I'm grateful to have access to my course. Everything is just at a touch of a button. My presentation slides, I can create slides with Canva. And so back in the day, you had to go get cardboard and cut pictures and glue it onto your presentation. So, but that is it anyway. I do hope. Oh my gosh, how scary it was. And I think that's why I have what's the word, I don't like when people call and it comes from a unknown number. I have a fear because for a long time there, in my early to mid 20s, I didn't pay my credit cards because, why would I pay credit cards when I can use that money to go out and buy things instead? All right. So the collection agencies would call. So I have a fee now of, when an unknown number, I don't answer it. So if you're going to call me from an unknown number, I ain't answering it, because I still have that deep inner fear that although now I don't have debt, I don't do credit cards anymore, and just because I don't want to be in that position again, for the fear. Treating you like a criminal. Yes, very scary indeed, and telling you all the bad stuff. But anyway, I am so happy that you were able to join me. For those of you that's just joining in, I am wrapping up. I do appreciate you being here, but don't forget, go back to the start and write in the comment section. And of course, if you enjoyed your time with me, why not hit that like button and to show me that you had a wonderful time hanging out with me. And if you are new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it will bring me some joy. I appreciate you all being here. It is now top of the hour. My stomach is telling me it's time to eat. And so have a great Friday afternoon or evening if you are in that part of the world. And if you are here in Sydney, Australia, or in Australia, good morning. Nice to see you. And make sure, plan, do, review, and you can change your mind. You don't have to stick to what you have, but just make sure, put a lot of me time. Bye, everybody. Bye bye.